What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, y'all. Before we get going on our video, y'all smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Share the video. Turn on your notifications. Follow me on Twitter as well, please. At KO Boxing 86 TV is the Twitter handle. If you got a breakdown or a prediction video you want me to do, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. Also, catch our live shows every single Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. 5:30 on the West Coast, 8:30 on the East Coast. Then we got our other live show that we do with the Singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network. We go live together every single Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all be sure to check out our live show together on Sunday mornings. But let's get it popping, bro. Let's talk about something that's really kind of irking my nerves, bro. And I want to talk to all the boxing fans. If you ain't really a boxing fan, bro, and you on some fanboy shit, you probably ain't gonna like this video. I'm just gonna keep it all the way real with you before we even get started. But I understand that we all got certain fighters that we rock with more heavy. For me, right here out of Dallas, Texas, Errol Spence Jr., Virgil Ortiz, Jesse Bam Rodriguez down there out of San Antonio fighting in the lower weight classes, like at 108 or something right now. The Russells, really like them. Javante Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Alexander Usyk, are a few of my favorite fighters, as well as like Jerome Boots Ennis. I really like David Morrell Jr., Frank the Ghost Martin, Raymond Ford. I got a lot of fighters that I really like. I watch all the boxing, but there's certain fighters that I like more than others, and I understand that that's all of us, bro. That we all have that, but in my opinion, in my humble opinion, as somebody who really loves the sport of boxing and takes time out of my day and out of my life to make content for you guys, even on vacation right now in this cold-ass weather, stepping out to make this video, for instance, I gotta say, bro, I'm disappointed for those of you that are calling for a boycott of Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas. And it ain't really got shit to do with me being an Errol Spence Jr. fan. It's really more so just coming from a boxing fan perspective, bro, and just like whether I rock with a fighter or not, I ain't finna sit up here and shit on no unification, bro. Especially one in a division as glamorous as the welterweight division. So, for instance, right, I've been on record several times. I wanted Canelo Alvarez to fight Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. I'm of the mindset that I felt like he waited for David Benavidez to drop his belt at 168 before he decided he was going to go for undisputed. He saw that opening and he took it. You know what I'm saying? I hold those opinions of him, but also I'm not going to shit on him and say we should boycott Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders, right? We should boycott Canelo Alvarez versus Callum Smith for 2 titles. Like, I ain't going to do that shit, bro, because at the end of the day, even though a fighter might not be fighting who he or she, who I want he or she to fight, a unification is a unification, homie. Like, at the end of the day, when you got 2 of the best in a division fighting each other, 2 top 5 fighters fighting each other, 2 world champions fighting each other, that ain't something we should be boycotting. That's something that we should big up. That's something that we should be, as boxing fans, really behind, bro. And especially when the fighter that's doing it is just keeping his word to us as boxing fans. Like, I understand you may have your favorites, and this is specifically for Terence Crawford fans. You know what I'm saying? I understand we all got our favorites. And so I ain't saying that you got to like Errol Spence, more than Terence Crawford, or that you supposed to think that Errol Spence going to beat him. If you got Terence Crawford watching him in the first round, bro, that's you. Do you. That's your opinion. Hopefully we get to see it so we can see who's right, who's wrong, who gonna stand on it, who gonna toe the line, you know what I'm saying? Who gonna be man enough to admit they was right, man enough to admit they was wrong. Hopefully we get to see all that shit. But what you shouldn't be doing is have so much hate in your blood, right? So much animosity towards a man that you ain't never even met, that you shitting on a fight that's really for the betterment of boxing. And you may say, well, Knockout, how is Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas for the betterment of boxing when we the fans, all the fans won't see Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. I agree with you wholeheartedly on wanting to see that fight more. But at the end of the day, bro, when the fighter tell you, look, man, I'm going to get these belts and I'm going for undisputed, and he continues to do that, that means that he keeping his word. And on top of that, you're going to get what you want to see, and it's going to be even bigger and better, bro. Think about it. Like, you can say what you want, but the fact is this. A fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is big regardless. But it's even bigger when it's for undisputed, bro. It just is. A matchup between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers is a big game. It's a big-ass game, bro. It's going to be NFL game of the week. But that game is even bigger when it's for the Super Bowl, bro, when all the chips on the line, bro. When it's for all the marbles, fam. You understand what I'm saying? A showdown between LeBron James and Kevin Durant, that's a big-ass game. It's going to be the marquee game of the night, whether it's in the regular season or the playoffs. But that shit going to be even bigger if it's for the NBA Finals with all the marbles on the line, with the championship on the line and shit. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford big regardless. I feel y'all, bro. I understand. And I'm right here on record. I told y'all, look, man, Errol Spence said he ain't want no tune-up. He want to fight a champion next. That's what he need to do. And so if Yordenis Ugas is tied up, the only fight that makes sense is Terence Crawford, unless somebody try to give Errol Spence a mandatory. But they were able, the PBC, who Yordenis Ugas fights under, and Errol Spence fights under, they was able to work something out to where Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas can fight for 3 belts, bro. That's just smart business and a good unification fight. In the meanwhile, allowing Errol Spence to also continue what he said he wanted, which was undisputed. And then if you Terence Crawford, you said you wanted undisputed too on multiple occasions at the welterweight division. So you literally one fight away from it regardless of who wins this fight. So not only is this fight getting Errol Spence Jr. one step closer to his goal, if you're a Terence Bud Crawford fan, it's getting your man, it's getting your homie, it's getting your boy Terence Crawford, it's getting him one step closer to his goal too, regardless of who wins this fight. If you hate Errol Spence so much that you want to root for Yordenis Ugas, do that shit, bro. Hey, that's how you get down. That's how you get down, bro. Like, ain't nobody mad at that. It's kind of lame to me, but ain't nobody mad at that, bro. But what you have to admit, even the staunchest of Terence Crawford supporters, what you have to admit is that this fight gets the welterweight division one step closer to what both of these fighters, regardless of what side you on, both of them said that was their goal. You got Errol Spence Jr. said his goal was to become undisputed in the welterweight division. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's on record. You can go look up the interviews. He said it multiple times. You got Terence Bud Crawford has said in multiple interviews, I want to be undisputed at the welterweight division. That's a fact. That's an unrefutable fact. He said that shit. So, a fight that's unifying the division is going in the night where there's only one belt holder, barring a draw or some no contest or some shit like that. But in all likelihood, a fight that's going to get us with one person that's going to have 3 belts, regardless of who wins, it's a fight that's going to get us all closer to what both of these fighters said they want and what we, the fans, claim we want. We all claim we want one champion. We want to know who the best at the weight class is. And now you got a fighter that's moving in that direction, that's trying to do that, and now we want to talk about boycotting the shit. Now we want to talk about it ain't a good fight. Like, come on, y'all. Like, we all got our biases. I understand that. But let's be objective as boxing fans about this shit and really keep it all the way 100. Our sport ain't popular enough to be shitting on unification fights, bro. It's just not. Our fighters don't unify enough. The best fighters at every weight class don't fight each other enough for us to shit on a fight, for us to boycott a fight when we got 2 top 5 welterweights fighting each other, bro. Furthermore, it ain't like Yordenis Ugas didn't just beat, Manny Pacquiao, a legend. A fighter that Terence Crawford fans wanted Crawford to fight. Errol Spence fans wanted Errol Spence to fight Manny Pacquiao. Yordenis Ugas went and did that shit, and he put on, and he beat him in a dominant fashion. Much more dominant than Jeff Horn, right? The only person that I felt like had more of a one-way fight with Manny Pacquiao was Floyd Mayweather. Even though Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao, that was a fight that Pacquiao was winning until Marquez starched his ass. Yordenis Ugas dominated him from the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight, all 12 rounds. Improved and put real weight on his belt, bro. Real weight on his belt. and now we want to boycott this shit. If you'll boycott a fight between Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas, then to me, and again, this is my opinion, you entitled to yours watching this video, and if you're a content creator making content and you checking me out, you entitled to your opinion. My opinion is this, though, and I stand firm on it, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down for it. If you are against Errol Spence versus Yordenis Ugas for whatever reason, bro, then you're not really a fan of boxing like that, bro. You're not. Because if you're a fan of boxing, you would take a step back and say, look, man, even though I'm a Terence Crawford fan, shit, Crawford said he won't be undisputed. This fight going to get us closer to that. Whether I believe it's Yordenis Ugas going to beat Errol Spence, whether I believe it's Errol Spence going to beat Yordenis Ugas, whoever win this fight ain't got nowhere else to go. And so as boxing fans, why don't we just demand that this division unify? Why don't we already start calling for the winner to fight Terence Crawford next instead of being mad that one fighter is doing exactly what we claim we want as boxing fans? And I ask you Terence Crawford fans this, and I leave y'all with this, bro. If Terence Crawford was fighting Yordenis Ugas, would you boycott that shit? Because it's somebody who supports Errol Spence more than I support Terence Crawford, but also at the same time, I buy all of Terence Crawford's fights, and I rock with him heavy, too. If he fighting anybody but Errol Spence, I'd be going for Terence Crawford, bro. But if Terence Crawford got that fight, y'all know how we get down over here. I'd be like, shit, that's a damn good fight. Can't wait to see it. The same way I was when it was Terence Crawford versus Sean Porter. We covered that fight. We big up that fight. We said it was a great fight. Couldn't wait to see Terence Crawford have an opportunity to prove people that really believe in him already right, and prove people, like myself who didn't believe in him just yet until I saw him in there with Sean Porter like that, prove me wrong. And gave that man full credit for taking on that challenge and defeating Sean Porter, because I just want great fights, bro. A lot of you dudes, you just want to big up your fighter, and whatever ain't in his best interest, whatever don't make him look like he the biggest, baddest man on the planet, you go against that shit, even at the detriment of what's good for the sport of boxing. That shit lame to me, bro. It just is. I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it. So stop with the bullshit, y'all. If you boycott this fight between Errol Spence and Yordenis Ugas, then maybe you should just stop watching boxing. That's just my take on it. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Comment down below, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications, follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction video you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Also, man, don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. Catch our live shows 7:30s on Wednesdays, 9 a.m. Central Time with KQKC Boxing Network on Sundays. But I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace, y'all.